Wrong raid after wrong raid by the Chicago police, traumatizing innocent families, including arguably the most infamous case, the raid of innocent social worker Anjanette Young.
For 5 years, the CBS 2 investigators have been exposing this troubling pattern, prompting an audit by the city's top watchdog. Today, the Chicago Inspector General announced the findings, echoing what CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini has been reporting for years. Dave joins us now.
It has been 5 years since we started investigating this disturbing pattern of police failing to do basic research to make sure the homes they were targeting were the right ones. And tonight, a report from the city's Inspector General not only confirms our findings, but underscores the need for more reforms.
The Inspector General found the Chicago Police Department failed to keep track of every time they raided the wrong home, failed to properly document and preserve documentation involving raids, and too often there was not enough pre-planning to make sure they were targeting the right homes.
We found that there were insufficient pre-service investigations, that the work that CPD did to investigate possible criminal activity leading up to their seeking a search warrant was inadequate.
Deborah Witzberg is the Inspector General. She cited the Anjanette Young raid, which made national headlines. Young was changing and had no clothes on when police broke into her home. Police took the word of an informant and failed to do basic required research to verify where the suspect actually lived.
The work is warranted. They need to do the work, but they need to do it right.
That is certainly the incident which brought this issue to public light in a really critically important way. And the sort of scale of human suffering in that incident should certainly not be underestimated.
These are just some of the faces of those who were wrongly raided before Anjanette.
The fact of the matter is, this is a problem much, much bigger than one bad raid.
The IG says not all police officers obtaining or executing search warrants were given the proper resources to run computer checks or conduct surveillance on targets to make sure addresses were correct. Like in the wrong raid on the Mendez family's apartment in 2017. They sued the city, and the officer who got the warrant, or the affiant, had to give a deposition, which shed light on a lack of resources for verifying tips.
Sometimes we don't have all the assets we need in terms to do extra surveillance, and there's an overtime issue thing and things of that nature.
The affiant in that case said under oath that he did not do surveillance because they didn't have a surveillance vehicle available and they weren't allowing overtime.
Yeah, that is precisely the sort of uneven access to resources that we are getting at here.
The Inspector General says because CPD was not keeping proper records related to wrong raids, they weren't being properly tracked, and in some cases, records were missing, a problem we previously uncovered. Why is that important? The IG says you can't fix your mistakes if you don't keep track of them. In a statement, CPD says it has revised its policies and training to improve supervision and accountability. Dave Savini, CBS 2 investigators. Back to you, Erica.
All right, Dave, thank you.